Oh, Danny. Run it, Danny. Don't fumble it. Don't fumble it.
Oh!
I just sat there and said, don't fumble it.
Rasheed.
Let's go.
Rasheed, look. You know you're... Hold it.
Well, hello, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I hope everybody's having a great day. Let me remind you about BetUS, where they are sponsoring this video. I've got to get my dad's picks for tomorrow. I'm going to tell my dad, don't bet on the Cowboys unless you're taking the over, because probably the Atlanta Falcons will be getting the over on it. Definitely, I don't care if they're giving you 25 points. Don't take the Cowboys. But if you decide you want to, make sure you use the promo code YouTube150, where you can get a matching deposit of up to 150%. Up to $2,000, not once, not twice, but 3 times. That's a whole lot of money. You can be playing on house money. Well, actually, you can use that house money and use it on the Cowboys, because at least it's not your money you're going to lose. And I guarantee you, the way the Cowboys are right now, that sinking ship, you will lose. So before we go any further, everybody's flying in here today.
Everybody seems to be flying in.
Oh my goodness,
now there, Mark.
I've been busy, so I've got to get my shit together here. I've got to change screens. You know, it's crazy. I bought this computer because I was like, yeah, I need this computer so I can get my other one down at the Red Brick House, and I haven't been able to use this one because I'm never here. I've been down at the Red Brick House. My wife has turned that place into a jungle with all her plants and things there, and so they have to be watered. So I was like, honey, I said, we got to go. I got to do some work at home. I said, I got the game next week. And she said, my babies. What about my babies? I got to play. My babies got to be watered. And it's like, you're the one that made this jungle. You don't literally. and here's what's even funnier about my wife is I saw this meme or this Instagram post, right? Right. This woman's out walking and stuff, and she sees this pile of plants that are like clippings and stuff on the trash. She's looking around left and right, and she grabs them, she takes them home, and she starts growing plants. Now, we were out today, right? And I had to do some door knocking and stuff. And there's a guy laying out on his front porch and stuff. And I said, hey, how you doing? Mark and Tracy here and stuff like that. Hey, how you doing? And he's got all these plants outside. And he's got, we don't have any place for all these other plants. He's like, you want any plants? And my wife, oh, yes. So we got 2 big aloe vera plants. We got a lemon tree, and we got a story behind it too. He said, I used to have such and such plant at work in there, and I would always dump my iced tea in there. He said the plant that was in there died. He said, but lo and behold, one of the lemon seeds grew, and that's the lemon tree that's in there now. I was like, okay, now I got a story on top of it. So yeah, getting back home is not easy as it used to be. So let's get to it, man. We got all kinds of shit. Tank for Manning Walker.
Wade.
Okay. Oh, Lordy, Wade. So you know what?
Sorry.
I'm just gonna sit here and eat a carrot. I'm just gonna listen to y'all because I can see it's gonna be one of those shows. In case you all haven't heard, I see Lady Libra double dipping. Appreciate Lady Libra. Amadeus, what's up? Oh, Rocky Amadeus. Chris May's in the house. Jeff Blee's in the house. GJ's in the house. John Jones, David J, B Village, Curtis is in the house. Stay tuned.
Hey, Curtis.
And of course, Lady Libra. All right. So Zeke Elliott got left behind. He got left behind with the Cowboys for disciplinary reasons.
Hey, Jeff.
I'm going to say after the whole Boobygate, y'all remember that Boobygate? Pull the shirt up. Okay. Y'all remember, of course, the rape allegations where Jerry Jones went to the mat for him going against Roger Goodell?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
He never got suspended for any of that. But he got suspended. I wonder, what did you do? What did you do, Zeke, that you got suspended?
I'm wondering if he criticized leadership.
That's the reason he gets suspended now?
Is that possible that either that or else he screamed that, hey, I'm not getting enough touches here.
Well,
I think I should, anyway.
That's what I think more than anything else. But, it's kind of funny that the biggest area that we have a problem with, last week it was Rico was sick when he showed up to stadium. This week it's Zeke, of course, is now being disciplined. It's just like, you got to be kidding me. You got to get kidding me. You're going to miss those 2 yards per carry mark. Okay, Dalton.
Yeah,
you're so
we're
funny.
not going to miss those 2 yards per carry.
Shut the fuck up. I'm spicy today, and I'm hangry again, like I was last night. Jeff, I'll have to check and see if she did. If you texted to her on the number you called her on, we should be good to go. I feel he cussed out Mike Zimmer. I feel like they all need to get cussed out.
Yeah.
I can't. I honestly look at this, and we are a dumpster fire right now.
Yep.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Everybody is pointing at somebody else to blame this shit. Nobody can stay healthy on the field. Everything we do is antiquated. And everything, I need to see if I can get Tracy to do me a shirt like this, although everything's down the road. But Jerry Jones right now is the anti-Midas touch. Everything he touches is turned to shit. So get him to do a King Midas where he's just creating piles of poo. Because I can't think of a single thing that they have done in the last year, since we lost to Green Bay, that you look at and say, "Oh my God, that's a good move right there."
They didn't do anything because they didn't believe in the roster.
Then they didn't believe in the roster. They didn't even.
That's why they made zero. That's why they didn't make any sign. They really didn't sign anyone or make any big contracts. I mean, they just did Dak and Zeke.
Then why sign Dak and CeeDee Lamb?
They haven't done any signings.
Because
for
Dak
years.
and CeeDee Lamb, the plan is they'll be under contract for the next 4 years, both of them. So they'll be going in probably 2025, 26, 27.
No. Yeah. No.
They got cap space next year. They got draft
they
picks. They
never
made
sign
zero
anybody,
investment
Wade.
in the team this year.
They never sign anybody, Wade.
Well, they signed Dak and Zeke.
They
signed Dak and CeeDee Lamb.
They're only their guys.
No. I'm talking outside the building. They don't ever sign anybody. That's all I'm saying. I
they
agree
did sign
with you,
Zeke
Wade,
back,
but I'm just saying that's not actually like to go out and are players in free agency. They never are. They draft and develop and live and die with that.
Do you think they ever will be active in free agency like they were?
They're going to have to because they've been drafting terrible the last 2 years.
Drafting has been atrocious.
They're going to have to. They're going to have to make up for their bad drafting. I mean, unless they're like complete idiots, like they already know. Like last 2 drafts have not been good. We're going to have to do something next offseason.
When was the last time they had a good offseason where they purged people from other teams? Though I don't think they've done it since the 90s, have they?
Back in the mid 2000s, we went out and got T.O. We went out. We got Roy Williams. Who else did we sign?
They got Tank Johnson, Pac-Man. They brought in a lot of guys.
That was the last time that they were really trying
07, 08. Like they had a pretty good squad. I mean, they added
Brandon Carr.
So I mean, they kept adding to it.
Well, Brandon Carr was 2012. Brandon Carr was the last big free agent signing
That's
they had.
what I mean. That was
the last one, except for trading for Amari Cooper. And the
Amari came what? 2016,
2018, when we were 3-5.
Okay.
The only time that we've made the playoffs, starting out 3-5.
Like, if this year ends in disaster, how could they not go into the offseason and say, man, we might have to do something for free agents? I don't know how they go in the offseason, don't think that they got to do something different.
The check trouble they don't.
They're going to, no. Because here's the problem. Jerry, I'm surprised that this team is struggling the way it is. Either they're completely inept and don't know what they're doing. Because if you looked at, I mean, we all said we got a problem running the football. We've all said that, right? The fact that you looked at it and said, all we need to do is sign CD Lamb and we're going to be okay with our wide receivers. Right?
See, that's what I think they've got to address those two issues in the draft this year.
You got rid of Hankins. You got rid of Hankins on your defensive line, and Mozzie Smith is going to become a Pro Bowler. Right?
If he can avoid injury.
You didn't want to sign back Stephon Gilmore because we knew we were going to get Diggs back. But have you noticed something about the Cowboys? Everybody they have signed with ACL, although he got his before. He tore his ACL 3 games after it. But we have not had any success with guys after their ACLs.
No, we haven't.
And I'm hoping that Diggs is not going to be that one, another one there. But right now, I don't know that Terrence Steele should be on the field.
They might make Terrence Steele a June 1st cut. He keeps playing like this.
Well, again, another dead money hit for the next 2 years.
Let's turn the show over to Leo now.
Nah, fuck Leo.
All right,
everybody. He's here anyway.
Yes.
What are you doing, Leo? Using OBS to record or something? Sorry.
Somebody's got a bunch of feedback.
I think it's Momo.
Brian said he got to go or what?
What, Brian? Game time? Damn, he hardly said anything. Okay. All right. Game time,
yeah, we're
Brian.
hearing a lot of feedback from you, Momo, your background.
Okay. I know I did. Let me turn off my computer.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So tomorrow we got no Zeke. Probably don't have Diggs, who's got a torn calf muscle.
Is it partial or?
To me, if you got part of it torn,
if you got a partial, it might as well be.
Are you going to rip the rest of it off the bone? You got no Diggs. I'm sorry. You might not have Diggs. You've got no Micah. You got no Bland.
We haven't had Bland all year, though.
I know that, but I'm just kind of pointing out that who you got in the secondary?
I'm telling you, it's an absolute joke.
The tires are falling off.
Well,
okay.
We're like injured, and
here's the deal.
Our players haven't.
This is what's frustrating me, and Leo's here, so I'll address it.
Oh Lord!
More and more. In my live streams, I'm getting a lot of happy Eagle fans. So the only thing I can think of, and then I have a couple, you weren't doing great with these players. Number one, we didn't have our whole team together.
The whole year.
Okay. Let's just be honest, people. Now, my question to Leo is, and I know what Leo is probably going to say, but I know there's a lot of other people out there who would much rather Dallas be absolutely devastated by injuries on defense like they are, and they're going to be laughing and giggling and joking. Don't you want to beat a team that's, semi full strength, or is it just for all those years that we were good, albeit a long time ago, you just want us to suffer and Eagles beating a bad Dallas team is
meaningful,
is good enough. Don't you want, like I said at the beginning of the year, I want to beat the Eagles
here,
with
David.
a healthy Jalen, a healthy Saquon, AJ Brown. I want to match up against the best. This isn't the best. The fact that we've got 3 wins is an absolute miracle, really, if you think about what we're dealing with.
It's pretty bad, man.
I mean, think about it, people. Let's just sit back. It would have had to have gone perfect. I get it. And it wasn't going to be perfect, but when you lose your number 2 receiver, you lose your top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 defensive ends.
Defensive line, yeah.
Defensive ends are gone. All of them. We got practice squad and guys off the street. We've lost half of our linebacker, a core for
secondary.
Kendricks may not be playing tomorrow.
Trayvon Diggs coming back from an ACL. We've heard it. We tried to ignore it. He's playing well. They're not really throwing at him, but we've never had both of our Pro Bowl corners together. It's just been one, crap show after another. So my question to Leo is, aren't you a little disappointed that you're not getting a more healthy Dallas Cowboy team, or are you part of the growing number of Eagle fans that are just like, F Dallas, they suck, Dak sucks? Just putting a narrative out there that you guys forget that we've won 12 games the last 3 years. You may poo-poo that, but it is impressive to win 3 straight seasons of 12 wins.
Okay, Stephen Jones.
Don't you think we would have won at least one more game, Mark? If we had half of these guys back?
Yeah.
No.
Who said no?
No.
Yeah, well,
okay. I would like
I
to
think
say,
we
Mo.
probably
I don't know
have
what to
the
tell you,
same
bro.
record, maybe,
I know.
because
What-
we got blown out. I don't.
One game,
So
I'm saying. One game.
To answer your question, Brian, to be quite honest with you, no, because I enjoy I enjoy a win over Dallas, whether you're healthy or not. But to be quite honest with you, the fact that you're not even considered, it wouldn't be considered a quality win.
No, exactly.
And I like quality wins, but the fact that you're not considered a quality win, and it's not just for the Eagles' sake, but that's for the league entirely. It's not a thing to beat the Dallas Cowboys anymore. That
not anymore.
is what
right now.
Right today. I'm talking about today. As
the
of
last
today.
3 years, they've averaged 12 wins a year, regardless of postseason success. I get it. That's a big pile on, but regular season.
This year, I'm just talking about this particular season, especially after the way it began.
But it's growing. It's growing. The trolls are coming out of the woodwork. It's like, listen, man, you guys had. I would say Tampa was maybe the closest thing that you've had to what the Cowboys are dealing with for over the last month. And how did that game work out for you? Could you imagine not having any of your offensive weapons, like we haven't had any of our defensive weapons for a month?
Well, remember, we went 3 weeks without AJ.
I know, but
that's
one.
But here's the thing, though.
That's
and
one.
Then
hold on.
We lost. Wait a minute. Then we lost Dallas. And we lost Jordan
that's your tight end
Mailata.
who's having a down year. I get what you're saying.
But guess what?
I'm
You still had Devontae Adams.
Everybody on the defense.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I'm trying to say.
No. Hold up.
Remember the hype that started.
Hold on. Even without A.J. Brown, your offensive, even without A.J. Brown,
you were good.
Your offensive line is still miles ahead of ours, right or wrong.
Absolutely.
But that's a different
and
question.
Saquon Barkley by himself compared to our whole running attack is better by itself. So looking at this like, even with your players missing, you still had more talent than we had when we were completely healthy.
Yeah, I'm just trying to say
David J, shout out. We play the Eagles twice. If we beat them at least once, what does that say about the Eagles? Well, that's true.
Okay.
I don't mind losing.
To say one thing.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. No, I'm done.
Okay. I'm Terrence Blackwell, so I'm a new member.
What's up, man?
What's up, Terrence?
Okay. Yes, so everybody called me Mo, but my friend.
Well, that's what your name is.
So I am a Washington fan.
Oh, Lord.
No. Hold on. But I am a stupid Washington fan because I have reality checks. What the Cowboys' problem is, Jerry Jones, like I said in the comments, he is the mouthpiece of the Cowboys. He ain't the budget guy of the Cowboys.
He's a jackass.
His son, Stephen Jones, is the one who don't want these. Oh, we can't do this. There's too much money involved. He's the one who say yay or nay with these trades. It ain't Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones would love to do it, but it's his son who's blocking most of the stuff that the Cowboys need to get done.
Jack with you today.
Yeah, their culture,
you got to agree.
A country club trying to run the organization.
It seemed odd that Jerry Jones wouldn't give a running back, but yet y'all will give all his other stuff to come in AT&T Stadium for all this big fights and all this crazy stuff, big money, but y'all want to get a player that's going to help your team. It's a side hustle. The football team's the side hustle.
Yep.
Wait
a minute. It's not just Steven. It's also Will McClay and the scouts and the talent evaluators. They're the ones that made this decision to go this way.
Mm-hmm. But also, where the buck stops at? The buck stops at with Stephen Jones.
But
Jerry Jones is just the one they put out in front.
I just want to
Jones
say,
has to give the check mark, but he has guys underneath him in the franchise that give him advice on what direction to go.
Okay.
I just want to. All I want to say is that, and thank God everybody's here. Almost everybody's here. I think there's a few people missing, like Thomas G. Thomas
is trying to check in.
Thomas G. Thomas Garrett, and where's Derek at? You guys remember all of the hell you all gave me before the season started. I had to sit there on this channel, and I had to stomach all of the Kellen Moore jokes. I had to stomach the Mark going back and throwing 10-1 in my face. And last year, I went
you're
through
not
a
at
lot.
10-1 this year. There's still time.
At the end of the day, though, Leo, you know what?
I'm just saying, like, I took
the wins, but at
wait. Let me complete the thought. And my point in that is, having endured all that, and Ginger can back me up. You know what I'm saying? Having endured all that, you know, it's one thing. It's I understand Brian's question. Any other time, if I hadn't accepted that, I would have said something. My answer would have been a bit modified. But as of today, it sort of kind of feels good to have to sit here and listen to you guys implode. You know what I'm saying? To sit here and I don't have to point out anything that's wrong because you all do it for me. Then on top of that, you all were sold a bad bill of goods when Jerry said we were all in. And then this is what all in looks like. It's a bad. This has been a bad accounting.
Leo, Jerry also left an Easter egg. He said, "Yeah, we're all in, but we're gonna have to do more with less." He gave us the little
He's right.
the little breadcrumbs of we're gonna have to win with less because we ain't doing shit this year. He told us that.
We all knew they weren't going to be a 12-win team.
But guess who this reminds me of?
We got a commander
of our owner that used to be the owner of the Washington team.
I said that, y'all.
But let me ask you this.
It's like Dan Snyder.
No. Actually, Dan Snyder they at least try to bring in free agents.
It's like Dan Snyder and Vinny Serrato all over again, all rolled into one person.
Explain to you why I say Dan Snyder. This is what Dan Snyder did. It got so bad in D.C. D.C., Maryland, and Virginia won him out. Congress didn't want him out. They wanted him out. He was trying to get a new stadium. They said, no, we want you gone. The fans revolted against him.
There was more at play than that. He was looking at jail time. This has nothing to do with football. He would have stayed the owner of the Commanders for as long as he wanted to. He was going to jail. He had to turn basically state's evidence. And there's a DNA.
I agree with that.
Well, I'm just saying he's not out of there for any football reasons. He sucked as an owner. I get it. We all saw it for years and years and years. But make no mistake about it. If there was no hanky-panky with the city, Mark knows all. I mean, I don't know all the facts, but
I know all the facts about it.
Then that's the reason why he's gone.
Here's my problem.
You got lucky that he's gone because he's an idiot.
But because when somebody says. And Mr. Powell, when people say, "Hey, the governors and all these D.C., Maryland, Virginia said we're not going to work with you. We don't care about you in state. You're going to have to stick with that stadium." By my ad, and then I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all guys. When they named the name of Commanders, it was the worst name you could name a football team.
Yep. I remember that.
No fans, everybody hated it. I said, just stick with the Washington football team. That's perfect. Leave it alone.
Go back to the Redskins. That's what they need to do.
Exactly. Actually, they don't.
No, it needs to stay. It needs to stay the Redskins. Period. Disgrace. It's not that name anymore. Disgrace.
Well,
the franchise has been neutered ever since they changed that name.
It was a reason behind
they sucked even behind.
Most of the fans didn't want it to change, though. That's the thing. It's only a little fraction of the fan base and other people.
Okay, I will give you a little one thing. I was found thing. I said, do you know there are more Cowboy fans in DC than there's Washington fans?
I don't know that there's more, but there's a lot.
No. Hold up. There's a reason why that actually was. Actually, I will say, hold on. One, Washington has been bad for so long that it's hard to find Washington.
In the 80s, in the 70s, this happened.
In the 70s. No, actually, it started back in the 60s because the reason why I grew up, Momo, in Northern Virginia. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So I became a Cowboy fan as a little kid. I'm 59 years old. Sitting on the couch next to my dad, who was cheering for the Cowboys. And the reason was because this is like 67, 68, when the civil rights movement was going on. Preston Marshall was the last team to integrate, and it basically was a court order. Even though the NFL started integrating in 1949, Washington basically had the whole southern market. And that's the reason why they didn't want the Cowboys to have a team, because they loved being the Dixie team. And my dad was like, I can't support this team. Not that things were great in Dallas, but they had people that looked like him. And you had a lot of black men that were Cowboy fans because of that back in the day.
I got you. You're right. Mark, you're right. But like I said, the fan base turned. I'm a suffering Washington fan because I don't hold no punches. I'm critical of the NFL with the rules changes. As I commented many times on your show, I can't stand this PC. I'm afraid for Jaden Daniels because he's going to get hurt again. He's too small. He has a frail body. I'm afraid he's going to get hurt.
Tape hasn't caught up to him yet.
I don't tell everyone running quarterbacks do not last in the NFL for a long time.
Right.
They're eventually they get hit and they get broken.
You know what's crazy though? Think about this. You take Cleveland Browns. It doesn't matter who you are, what your pedigree was. As a quarterback, you're going to fail. Okay? Yeah. Washington, and I'm not trying to wish him any bad luck or anything, but Washington ends quarterbacks' careers. It's crazy when you start looking at the roadway that has been literally littered, from Joe Theismann to Alex Smith, that nasty thing. Even Ryan Fitzpatrick, who was on some of the worst teams in the NFL, couldn't make it through a first half of a game.
But you know what, though, Mark? I can't do that. I can't give them that. The only reason why I can't give them that is because the only reason why I can't give them that is because I don't know this group. I don't know this owner. I don't know this front office.
I'm just saying that it just seems like there's certain things that are just written up in the sky.
Leo, it's the Sixers owner.
No. I'm talking about as a Commanders owner at this regime.
Well, you know what
I don't know this
about the money.
Yeah, I don't know this regime yet. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really.
I kind of know it because I got family back home, and they love it because Master Johnson went to the community, the go-go and the music, and he went to all the communities in the area. And so
Dustin Bosley. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed your chat, man.
I think the Washington will be fine. I don't think personally. I'm hearing Super Bowl all the time now for my friends back home. No, they not. They're not a Super Bowl team.
Well, I was on with Louis T, and I told him Leo, that's what I was about ready to say. I was on, I guess it was maybe 2 weeks ago, whenever it was. And I said, I was just messing around, but I hadn't seen this. And now, mind you, Mo, when I was at me and Mark were at the draft this year, Jaden Daniels was the one guy I did not want to go to Washington because of how much I like this kid. Right. But that being said, now we're here. I think everybody's going nuts, but I'm not upset at the Washington fans. Washington fans have gone way too long. I know Mark hates it when I say this because he lives there, but I don't hate the Washington Commanders and fans. I'm happy for him, but I feel bad for Jaden because they're getting a little carried away, and I was telling everybody on the Super Friends, I'm like, well, it reminds me, and Louis didn't like this. I said, it reminds me of when RG3 came out that rookie year. He went into Dallas on Thanksgiving, broke my heart, carved us up. He was the face of the NFL for a short period of time. And now I know that Jaden is taller, but not much more heavier.
He's good.
He was 185 at the combine. I don't know.
Yeah,
what
he's light in the ass. Yeah, he's a little light.
The
Tell me he's
difference between
210.
Robert
There's no
Griffin-
way he's 210. People, none.
Okay, the biggest difference between Robert Griffin. Here's the biggest difference between Robert Griffin and Jaden Daniels. His two things was totally different.
Mm-hmm.
They respect him in the locker room. They didn't respect Robert Griffin. He lost the locker room.
I'm just saying, from an outside looking in, with the excitement around the team and the quarterback.
Oh yeah.
As a rookie, and that's all we could go by. Yeah, we know what happened. I tend to believe that some of these quarterbacks, like a Carson Wentz, I think they get caught up, and sometimes where you at a certain point in your career means a lot. Sometimes you're lucky, and I think there has been great quarterbacks in the past that we've never heard of because of the situation they're in. It's just things happen. Things are weird. Right place, right time is really Dak Prescott. We can say whatever we want. We haven't won a Super Bowl. I get it. But he was in the right place at the right time. They didn't want him, but he went to Dallas. Romo got hurt, and he won his first 10 games as a rookie, and it's been all, You know what I mean?
have a question.
Well, for the most part of his career, Dak has given you competent quarterback play.
It's an
Okay.
So it's not. It's like you can't. You can't. You cannot throw it all on Dak, and I've maintained that
career, Leo.
from
has
the
he
rip.
gotten a Super Bowl? No, he has not.
I want to ask all Cowboy fans this one question that's been bugging me, and no one has really answered.
Oh,
Go ahead, fire away. This is your shot.
Okay, here's a shot. Mark, I got to ask you. Was Romo forced out? Because Jerry loved Romo. He was dating his daughter at one point.
I don't think he was forced out. I think he recognized that.
Yes, he was.
Oh,
He was
okay.
forced out.
All right. Well, you can have that
He
opinion.
had to retire. He had to retire. He would have beat. If Tony Romo stays on that team that next offseason, he beats out Dak Prescott as a starting quarterback.
If he can stay healthy.
At that point in his career on a training camp, he was a better overall quarterback than Dak.
But yet, we didn't have any better results in the playoffs.
But Romo was a liability.
Yeah, but Mark, come on now. 2016 Romo was a better quarterback than 2016 Dak. Come on.
I can't say that.
At throwing the ball.
Hold on. Whoa. Remember, 2015, he missed the whole season, 12 games of the season because he was out.
Yeah, but they brought him back in to play against Philly for one more game. What would have happened if we would have went with him that whole entire time instead of that?
I don't think so. I'm sorry.
Makes you wonder.
Okay, because he had so much success in the playoffs.
Was Romo cut?
No, he was allowed to walk away. He ended up.
Okay, he was out. He was okay.
Although he was cut,
Mark,
but then retired.
I'm telling you, bro. Romo would have won the job. They talked about all the people covering Dallas said he had to. He would have beat Dak out. He would have embarrassed him in training camp, and they would have had to start Romo. They would have had.
Okay. And if he beat him out, then great.
I
don't care if he wasn't healthy or not, but he was the better quarterback at that point.
Right.
10 years ago.
Exactly. There you go.
Okay, let's argue about today. We suck balls today. How about we argue about that?
I'm just trying.
Why do we suck balls?
Wait, please tell me I'm not going to see you this weekend because I can't take a weekend of sucking balls and everything this weekend.
I think Cowboys fans
we might be having a funeral in front of that Tom Landry statue, Mark. Me and you.
I
ain't dying. I ain't dying in Texas.
Cowboys going to win 9 games this year.
No, we're not.
Probably getting the playoffs. Why is y'all going to?
It all depends who the hell is there.
We're not going to win 9 games.
We will if we get our guys back. We will, but I don't know that we're ever going to get anybody back. Deron Bland, who knows? He hasn't played 1 game yet.
Yeah,
Trayvon Diggs has got a partial tear in his calf. Who the hell knows?
This is a tank year for us. All the trolls can have their fun.
You could say tank year, but when you have this amount of injuries, how the hell you call that a tank? How do you call that a tank when you got Tank Lawrence out, Micah Parsons out, Deron Bland out? I mean,
that's why I don't think we'll rebound because
why do y'all think?
No, I agree.
Please don't stir no more shit up, please.
Why do y'all think that Deron Bland is this great cornerback? Because he had a bunch of pick sixes and he gets burned all the time.
No, we don't get burned all the time. What are you talking about? As a rookie, he did. As a rookie 2 years ago. Not last year, he didn't. Not last year he did. You know, he made a Pro Bowl.
You know, the greatest corners get burnt once in a while.
Yeah, and I mean, again, you know, I'm hearing how great Kenyon Mitchell, and I did have him as my number 1 rated corner in the draft. He doesn't have any picks.
Oh, really?
I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Listen, Mo, I hear what you're saying. I don't think Dallas is going to end up keeping Bland long term because he's going to get more money than I think he's worth. But to say he's not a good corner is just blatant.
I agree with somebody told me about Michael Parsons. I think Michael Parsons setting up to leave Dallas because he knows he don't get that money.
I would be fine with it.
They got to get rid of him. They got to trade him.
I would be fine with
it. On that fence
because I think he's going to Dan Quinn. I think Dan Quinn going to probably get a third.
He'll be your headache.
Yeah, I think he will straighten them out.
Hey, Momo, I would not.
Still won't be able to stop the run.
Momo, I would not be fucked up with it if he do leave Dallas.
Really? Why not?
Hey, it's all the averages point for him to leave if it come down to it.
I think last year is the best of Michael Parsons. I think that's what your best case scenario when you have Micah. He's never going to be a run stuffer. Now, we don't know how he's going to be in it. I think in theory, a 3-4 outside linebacker is his perfect position. But I don't know that he has the instincts to play the run. Maybe so you're telling me, not you, Mo, but just in general, are you telling me, oh, well, he's going to get the big deal, so now he's not going to worry about his numbers and he's going to play the run better? I think Dan Quinn played him perfectly. I don't want to trade him to Washington because he can wreck a game. Where he excels is when a team has a lead and he just gets one-dimensional and goes after the quarterback. Yeah. And I love him.
Here's the problem with our defense. Like I've been saying all along, they don't fit into Mike Zimmer's coaching style. They just don't.
Well, look at Mike Zimmer's history in the past. Last time he coached a defense, he was not that great.
Yeah, Dan Quinn knew the guys. He drafted his guys. That's why they played well. But they're not buying into Zimmer. Zimmer's they're just lost out there.
Well, not buying in, but they've been decimated by injury. Would you say that they played well? In San Fran, they were leading. They gave up 6 points at halftime to, albeit a beat-up San Fran team, but still, they played well at times. But that's where your offense needs to go out and score you 30 points and make that, like the other team, one-dimensional. We do not ever make the other team one-dimensional, and we can never put a full game together. And if it's not the offense, it's the defense. I mean, it's just frustrating. But at the end of the day, the fact that we have 3 wins, I don't care who it's against.
It's surprising at this point.
It's very surprising because they haven't played. I don't think it
surprised me. I didn't think Pittsburgh was that a very good team.
But again, they were 3-1 when we played them, and all week leading up to the game, they had the number 1 rushing defense. Yep. So, again, we can only play who we could play. This revisionist history, I hear what you're saying. I do. But, I mean,
that's like people
Dallas
get on
can't
me
win
about
with
Washington
these people
playing these cupcake teams. We had a third-place schedule because we was horrible.
Right.
All those,
you should get credit for winning. It's not easy to win in the NFL.
Of course not.
Especially the Bears are good this year.
You should get credit. Do not say easy.
You beat a good team in the Bears.
I hear what you're saying, but again,
you should have lost that Chicago game.
Well, but they didn't. I hear you. It was sometimes you need. Sometimes it takes
the ball bounces your way. Sometimes that's when you know it's your year. That's when
I'm not upset.
Y'all put up a fight against Baltimore. We got whooped by Baltimore.
I like.
We had garbage points, but we still got whooped.
Wish the ball would bounce our way
having a good year.
These last 3 years.
They brought in Mike Zimmer. They brought in Mike Zimmer to basically get him through this year because McCarthy was on a 1-year deal. We already know through what's his name, Rex Ryan, that they didn't offer, they wouldn't come anywhere close to meeting his contract demand as far as money. So he stayed in TV. So Dallas was trying to get through this year with Zimmer, hold their breath. I agree with the narrative that this was not a throw-out year because I don't ever believe, but I think they said, this is your team. We're going to go young. If you can win with this team, we're going to bring back McCarthy. I think that's how they went into the season. They went in with, there it is, guys. There it is. And they, and then we got a rash of injuries, and what are you going to do? They weren't playing good out of the gate, and then the injuries came.
Here's a question for all the Cowboys fans: why isn't they allowing Dak to bootleg, go right, go left, or run the ball? Because that's what he was doing all those several years.
That's what he was always really good at.
Huh?
That's what he was always really good at. Basically,
and I don't understand why he's not bootlegging. He's going straight back, and I don't understand.
Here's the biggest problem. No, the biggest problem with that is it's basically play action. And if you can't run the ball, and we are literally historically bad, this is the worst running team that the Dallas Cowboys have ever had in their history. And I'm talking about the first year that the Cowboys were in existence.
In 1960.
Yeah, they rushed the ball for 87 yards a game. We're at 74. Even the 1 in 15 year, we rushed the ball at least 88. Not that that was good. Right now, I'd take that because we cannot run the football at all. So what you're getting is...
And Jerry Jones didn't want to pay for Derrick Henry.
Right.
Look what he's doing now.
So the defenders...
Baltimore ain't doing no better.
Well, here's the thing, though. If I'm a defensive coach, here's what I'm telling you to do. Every play, get upfield, penetrate, get upfield, because we're not worried about a big cutback or anything like that. So the defenders are putting more pressure on with 4-man fronts because we literally can't stop anybody. Terrence Steele, halftime, isn't even getting his hands on guys, and they're going past him.
Mark, I was in high school in DC. I was a defense end, and I knew my responsibilities because I was good at getting to the quarterback.
Yeah,
I was very good at getting to the quarterback, and I went to college, whatever, and I got hurt. So I ended my career. But what I see with these defensive ends, they run out of gas in the third quarter. They run out of gas. They don't condition
we've
themselves.
literally gone through all of our starters twice. Okay. I mean, Marshawn Needland is out, D-Law is out, Micah Parsons is out, Sam Williams is out. I mean,
I don't think D-Law wants to come back.
Well, D-Law, and this is going to be his last year anyway.
He's on a final year. Yeah, this will be his swan song.
I think it's a slap in all Cowboys fans' face when he said he was tired. Why would you go to the enemy, ESPN, and tell them that BS? I hate players.
Well, remember when Micah Parsons interviewed Love?
Yes.
That was a slap in the face.
Well, listen. Here's the deal. You stick a microphone in somebody's face after a football game. I mean, what do you...
No, that's volunteer. That's a volunteer situation. That's like I'm not a fan of a football player doing a week of a game, going to the Sunday's game, having a podcast. Notes. I don't know how these players get that okay.
Not only a podcast, they have a podcast with the enemy yucking it up. That's what really pisses me off. You know, I'm sitting here seeing you with Big Play Slay laughing after we just got
they had lost too, though.
Huh?
Big Play Slay had got lost too.
Yeah, but still, I don't want.
Isn't he hurt?
Yes, he's out. He's out this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought he got a hip injury or a leg injury.
You know, it's because the league and the players in general aren't the same. I mean, this league is totally different.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's soft.
15 years ago.
The people are
20
soft.
years ago. I mean, pinnacle NFL is like 80s, 90s, early 2000s. After that, it just started slowly.
I mean,
slowly,
I know I'm getting off subject, but I'm just going to say this. If I had a quarterback in my high school days say, hey, I'm tapping out, he wouldn't be on my sideline.
Yeah, because you know that a young Baltimore quarterback tapped out like that, and hey, he's not playing tomorrow.
That's the Colts.
Yeah.
Yeah, Richardson. He ain't playing tomorrow.
Speaking of players not playing, what's up with Zeke? What did he do? Did he cuss Jerry Jones out or something?
It's not. We haven't heard yet. That's to be.
He probably called him a jackass, and Jerry Jones didn't like it.
Who's the running back?
You know what?
Who's the running back didn't play for the Cowboys this week, and they say he was sick, which we all know that was a lie.
Rico Dowdle.
But that was a lie. Everybody knows what happened.
Jerry was scared. I mean, he just.
Our running games has not been very good.
We're getting laughed at, Mark. They're laughing at us. They're fucking laughing at us.
We are. Yes, we are. You're right, Brian. You're right. You're absolutely right.
I'm just saying, why Zeke ain't playing? This got to be. I think Zeke ain't playing because Zeke is frustrated.
Yeah.
No, well,
He probably said something to the front office.
Probably,
and pissed them off.
He probably
what he
said,
probably
"Look, you
said?
motherfuckers are stupid as shit. I should be running
exactly.
the football." And they said, "Oh, you should? You know what? Your ass ain't getting on the plane." That's what they probably did.
And that's what a lot of players
This
fear.
might
Is
be
they
his last year
fear
in the NFL.
they go to Jerry Jones and say something. That's probably,
See, if you're Dak, you need not to be afraid. You just got that contract. That's when you go to Jerry and Steven. I know that's what I would do if I had that contract and I was a quarterback.
Hey, Walker. What's up?
Well, here's the thing. Dak Prescott needs to do a LeBron James.
Okay, well, hold on. Let me give you an update with the Zeke Elliott.
LeBron, you mean?
Hold on. Here's an update.
He was involved with the Diddy, so I don't know about anything about that.
Well,
LeBron's Mr. Baby Oil from what I'm hearing.
Okay.
So.
Right.
This is from David Moore on the Zeke Elliott situation. Running back Zeke Elliott was told he would be inactive for Sunday's game, those with knowledge of what took place. So the Cowboys told him, you're going to be inactive for the game. So probably saying, we're going to give Dalvin Cook a little bit more time to try and cook. A mutual decision was made and not accompany that he would not accompany the team to Atlanta.
He probably freaked out.
Yeah. Obviously, Elliott's reaction to the news prompted the mutual decision. So basically they came to him and said, hey, Zeke, you're inactive for this game. And they would be like, the fuck are you talking about? I mean, that's, after all I've given to this team.
Listen, if Zeke hasn't done anything, so
who
he's
has?
not in any position to flex about anything.
Here's the crazy
Why
part.
running back on the team, and it's a laugh, is Rico Dowdle. I mean, everybody could see that.
Here's the crazy part. When you look at Zeke, when he was with the Patriots last year, he could have more yards with the Patriots at this point of the season.
He had more carries.
Listen, that's nothing. I hear what you're saying, Mo, but when you're getting blown out in most of our games, you're not going to run the ball. So those numbers are skewed. The one game that was, close, we ran for well over 100 yards. And that was the Rico Dowdle, Zeke, Lepke. We just, when you're playing a game where you're down and you're giving up 21 straight points like last week, we were literally winning at halftime and we gave up 21 straight points. You're not going to run the ball. Right. You're just not. I hear you.
I just feel that the Cowboys blew an opportunity to win that game because I picked the Cowboys to win that game because of San Francisco
I wanted
injuries.
to, but I never picking them. So
we blew it way before
week,
that when we didn't go get Derrick Henry.
You saw. Just look at every week. Look at teams that are winning. The Jets beat Houston. Jets have been a laughing stock in the league, and
Aaron Rodgers looks terrible.
Speaking of Jets, did y'all hear the rumor?
To win a game.
Did y'all hear the rumor that
Cleveland.
Deion Sanders might be the next Jets head coach?
I heard that today.
Oh, God. They hired him. Their son.
Unless his son gets drafted by there as a quarterback.
Oh, maybe he'd get drafted by the Cowboys. And
Shador?
Yeah. If they tank,
we just signed our quarterback for 300 and whatever the hell it was for 4 years.
He can sit and learn. He can sit for a year or two.
We're going to learn from Dak how to throw an interception. I'm waiting for Mark.
You'll get Mark mad now.
I'm sorry. I missed that. I was looking at the news.
Mark gonna burn that brick house down.
That brick house ain't no. That's the good thing I have in my life.
I got my plan here in the next 3 years. Tank for Manning, baby.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Well, it's like I agree with Mark.
I got my plan the next 3 years.
I agree with Mark on this. You could have the greatest coach in the history of football coach his team, but as long as the front office ain't going to support him,
there you go.
Squat.
Yeah. As long as you don't get in front,
they can't stay out of the way. They want to get in everything. They want to have their hands in everything.
I'll tell you what.
No, we want to draft.
You never win. You never win if you don't get a coach to coach. They could get Belichick, and Belichick don't have the ability to coach. You can never get straight because
if he doesn't have the ability to tell Mike to get the fuck off of a podcast.
Look, Momo, look what y'all have done this year already with Dan Quinn, and he was our defensive coordinator.
Right.
Had Jerry Jones stayed the F out of the way
and maybe give him the pieces he needed.
we would have been a lot better. But no, they wanted to stick their nose where they belong.
If the Dan
Hold on, it wasn't all
he
Jerry.
went out and got
Will
Cliff
McClay wanted
Kingsbury,
to
all these
draft
coaches.
Mozzie Smith. It was Will McClay that wanted to draft Mozzie Smith. It was
my
Will
God,
McClay
Mozzie
that
Smith is
said.
horrible.
It was Will McClay that said, "We'll take Taco Charlton, not T.J. Watt." That was Will McClay telling Jerry. That's
wasn't
the
a
thing.
scheme fit.
We got to quit with this whole, it's all Jerry's fault. No, Jerry will listen to his guys who he's hired to do their jobs.
I agree with that.
Evaluate players.
I agree
and
with that.
he goes with their decisions. Hey, draft Taco Charlton. Hey, draft Mozzie Smith. It can't be all on Jerry. It's got to be on Stephen and Will McClay and the scouts.
You remember Jerry listened to Rod Marinelli to draft Tristan Hill in the second round. You remember that?
Oh, my God.
Yep.
Jerry gets... the only time that they were able to ziplock Jerry's mouth or duct tape his mouth shut was the Johnny Manziel
thing. That was the stupidest thing from Jerry.
Okay, listen to this for 1 second, though. Hold on. Listen to this for 1 second. Okay. I understand that we're going to go through and say, well, we missed on the draft picks for those guys. Okay, but we hit on Micah Parsons. We hit on Diggs, we hit on CD Lamb. We do hit on our fair share of players. In fact, we probably hit on more players than other teams. But here's the problem.
Jerry Rice out there.
Here's the problem. See, you can look at Howie and say Howie sucks at the draft. They've had a lot more busts than we have. But the difference is instead of saying, well, we're going to make Mozzie, he's going to fill in because he's the number one pick, they say, screw it. Let's go get somebody else that can do the job. Let's go get somebody else to do the job. And what do? Well, let's trade for, what was his name from the Giants? We swapped picks 6 and 7 rounds. And Jordan Phillips.
Yeah, Jordan Phillips.
Okay, Jordan Phillips. We'll just get this guy. We'll stuff him on the defensive line. We'll be fine. We'll get Linval Joseph. Not Linval Joseph like the Eagles had, years ago. We'll get the guy who's on his way out the door. That's broke down. That's the problem is, nobody drafts a Super Bowl winning team alone. You have to supplement it with free agents too. And looking back at like last year, maybe we went out and said at training camp, let's get a linebacker because we've lost Overshown. Let's get a stud. Or maybe like Bobby Wagner. Because it's not like we didn't have that problem the year before where we had Anthony Barr come in on one leg.
Well,
we know we can't stop the run. And so your solution was Mozzie and a bunch of Overhill guys. And we're going to be fine. We're going to take, we're going to go out in the backyard and we're going to pull some grass and we're going to, grab some moldy bread in here. We're going to throw it in a bowl and we're going to think we're going to make a gourmet meal. It don't work that way. That's the problem.
Mark, I'm a true believer in this. What the Patriots did with Belichick. Just do your job. Don't worry about nobody else's job. Just do your job. You could have average ball players to be in there and plug a hole. If they body weight, you just have them know how to play the game. If you ain't teach them on the right way, they ain't going to do the right way.
Okay, but here's the thing. What they did was they ended up. See, here's the difference. They looked at it and said it's not just 7 or 8 great players. Mm-hmm. It's about that guy who's 25th, that guy that's 30th that can play a role.
Right.
Maybe you're only good for 15 plays, but it's 15 plays that can give me an advantage.
Yes.
We end up being top heavy with talent. And when we lose those guys, and that happened when we lost Tyron Smith and we had to replace him with Chaz Green. That's exactly what's going on right now. You lose Micah Parsons, you lose D-Law. You've got no-name guys that are old and has-beens or never was.
They're afraid to say they're wrong about anything,
right.
Mark. They're afraid to admit
we're
they
surprised
messed up on
that this team is like this. Jerry, we believe we got the right players in the house. It's play calling. It's not play calling.
Yeah,
these guys can't freaking get open.
Mark?
Huh?
Now their excuse is, well, we couldn't afford them. That's Jerry's excuse for everything.
Yeah, that's the cover-up that they messed up.
Well,
how many
we got
players are on our team in the last... It doesn't make any sense, bro.
When you pay Michael Gallup a $52 million contract and get nothing, when you pay an $82 million contract for Terrence Steele and get nothing, and right now, you're kind of looking at the money we spent with Diggs. How much are we getting with Diggs?
I'm telling you, this is Dan Snyder all over again to me because Dan Snyder did the same thing. When he first got there, he was overpaying everybody. When Deion Sanders got there, Deion Sanders wasn't the same player.
No, but he was going outside the organization to get free agents who would go there to die. That was his problem. We don't bring in free agents, so
we just bring in the guys that are already dead.
But hold on, the
Diggs
Cowboys.
is $14 million cap hit this year. Diggs is $14 million next year.
Oh,
The 19.7 the following year, but you can get out of it. So it's not bad. That's not. You act like that's
Mark,
a lot.
I was
That's
going
not
to
a
say,
lot.
okay, we're a team that relies on drafting. 2019, 2020 drafts. All the players we have drafted over the years, they're either on other teams, we developed them, they're on other teams, or we let them go, or they're not even in the
We
NFL
develop
anymore.
them, and then they go to other teams and go win Super Bowls.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is why are we letting those guys go that are good instead of just keeping them?
I'm not familiar with Noah Brown. The Noah Brown was he a draft pick?
He's horrible.
For the Cowboys.
He played for Ohio State. He worked for several years.
He was a free agent, I believe, after the draft, or a seventh rounder. He was nothing more than that. They brought him in because he was Zeke Elliott's friend. Noah Brown's not good, but he was lucky the other day, and he's a good possession guy, fourth receiver.
He was just lucky, and it was just one of them things where he was in the right place at the right time. That's all that was. You ain't gonna hear his name no more for the rest of the year. I better
actually he had caught a couple touchdown passes, long touchdown passes. That's no here there.
Well,
but
again, he's a good 3-4 guy for the the veteran minimum.
Because you also
got
realize the guy was yucking it up with the fans. He was the one who supposed to box him out.
That was hysterical.
And you know who that was? That was Simone Bowles' husband, Jonathan.
Shit.
Yeah, that's who that was. They said that was Simone Bowles, and they said it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Mark, So we drafted Connor McGovern, right?
Yeah.
We drafted
second round pick.
He was our center. Okay.
No, he was our guard. He played guard for us. We tried him at center a couple times, but didn't play well.
No, you're thinking of the dude out of Oklahoma, not Connor McGovern.
Connor McGovern?
He's with Washington
no,
now.
You're talking about Connor Williams.
We're talking about Tyler Badish.
No, we're talking about Connor Williams.
Connor Williams played guard for us.
Well, the guy that's with Washington now, our center.
Biotish.
That's Biotish.
Biotish. Okay, he was playing decent. We drafted him. Okay, we could have had him. We could have had BB and plugged him in when Zach Martin retired. It's like, why not keep your guy? Why not keep
Biotish stinks. Biotish isn't doing good in Washington. They're not running the ball great.
Because we're about to literally lose the entire right side of our line this next offseason with Steele and Zach Martin.
Biotish stinks. Halle Berry, like I said before, Cowboys are a toy that the Joneses are tired of playing with, sadly.
Halle Pierce.
Upset coming in the making in college football.
Halle Pierce. Halle Berry.
Our problem is that we never get free agents that are around 27 to 29. We always get them around 31, 33.
Well, but let's since we're talking about some draft picks, though, let me go down our second round pick. Marshawn Nealon, who shown some flashes but has been injured. Luke Schoonmaker. These are second round picks. How y'all feeling about Luke Schoonmaker for a number 2?
Wrong.
Sam Williams, a.k.a. Randy Gregory, number 2, who literally got suspended on his off day. Or excuse me, on his IR days. Boss Man Fat, Kelvin.
What up, Drew? Thank God you're here. Thank God. What up, Drew?
Kellen Joseph's Boss Man Fat. How you feeling about that one? Finally, we got a winner. Diggs. Before that, Tristan Hill. Connor Williams, he was a good guard for us for a few years. Not exceptional. Awuzie, Jalen Smith, Randy Gregory. D-Law, that's your second winner. Gavin Escobar, Bruce Carter. It's the last 14 years, second round picks. Right, you got 2 really good players.
Yeah.
And second round picks should be a stud on your team, or at least a competent starter. We ain't getting that, guys. We ain't getting that, especially the last few years. And if your whole thing is we believe in our guys in the draft, It ain't been hitting for us, man. Right now, Tyler Guyton.
Got something for all y'all.
Tyler Guyton.
I don't know how long I got on this earth because I'm 62.
Sorry,
years
people.
age. No problem, Mark. I'm 60 years old, and I was just diagnosed the other day for prostate cancer. So I don't know how long I got on this earth. So I appreciate y'all guys talking football today to liven me up.
Oh man,
prayers.
Well, we gonna definitely hold you up in prayer, bro.
Prayer
for real.
Prayers for you, Mo.
Yeah,
So
and for everybody that's watching and listening, go get yourself checked, especially black men. Go get yourself checked with prostate.
I got myself checked.
No, I'm talking about for the people that's listening, for the audience.
Oh yeah.
So,
I'm already checked, man.
Hold on, what did I miss?
I'm good.
You missed game time. You missed game time. Brian saying, so you want to buy the tickets after the Falcons game or what?
Yeah.
Well, you remember those tickets those 4 that we were looking at game time?
He's not here
right now.
He's not.
Told me to
He stepped off.
Okay, all right. The Sacks ain't they ain't moved. The tickets ain't moving. 338 section.
What y'all want? Good seats? Get some nosebleeds.
No. This is corner end zone. It's 200 section for 338. Although the fees are like $100. They have 4 seats there together. They're actually a really nice spot.
Now we lose to Atlanta. Watch those drop by $100.
Oh yeah. At this point, it's like, you know what?
You guys lose.
I might be okay.
If we lose to Atlanta, they'll start dumping. They'll start reselling tickets left and right.
Here's a little trivia for Cowboy fans.
What's that? Oh,
Dak
Lord.
Prescott has never lost to Kirk Cousins.
No, yes, he has.
When?
Yes, yeah.
With the Minnesota.
One time.
He lost in Minnesota.
In Minnesota, we lost Amari Cooper and
like about 3 years ago.
We lost Amari Cooper in the game, and we lost Tyron Smith. And Dak was slinging the ball like crazy. Zeke Elliott had like 40 yards running the football. We were behind, and we were driving the ball down the field. And Jason Garrett, after not being able to run the ball all day, said, let's run the ball on first down. And we lost a couple yards. And then we ran it on second down, and we lost some yards. And then we did a screen pass to Zeke, where we only picked up a couple yards, and we went for it on fourth down. Oh, mind you, our kicker missed a field goal that had he made it, all we would have needed was a field goal to win the game.
Was it?
Right.
And that was the game that Dak Prescott lost to Kirk Cousins. And Dak had 3 TD passes in that game. Kirk Cousins had 1.
That was a Sunday night game, and I remember that game because I almost got thrown out the house at night because I was throwing everything in my bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how pissed off I was.
See, here's the thing. You know what? I can get mad at the Cowboys, but I ain't breaking up my shit for them. I'm sorry. These idiots out here, let me smash the TV. The TV didn't do it. The TV ain't the one to blame.
I didn't mean it like that. I just mean it out of figure of speech.
I might do some damage to the chair falling out of it. I might do some damage to that liquor bottle, but I ain't breaking my TV.
Mark, you became famous.
No. I wasn't gonna break my 52-inch. You can forget that.
Right.
Mark, you did get famous on YouTube. A lot of my friends who will know me, and I showed them to you. That game last year in the playoffs, and when Dak did that pick six,
fell out of the chair.
Yeah,
fell out of the chair.
Yeah, okay. Well, better be famous for something. I want to
relive that. I don't want to talk about that.
Better be famous for something.
Don't you worry, Mark. I was having a meltdown in that game too at my buddy's house. It was bad.
And then it was a classic for me. Oh. I think it was your son or somebody in there saying, "Congratulations, Green Bay."
Congratulations, Green Bay. Congratulations. Michael is always good for something, for a take. That's on you, Dak. That's on you. Put Cooper Rush in the game. Put Cooper Rush in the game.
They even had him on the fan here in Dallas, Michael.
Oh, man.
They had him on here.
Really?
Clip. Oh, yeah, he's over here trying to feed it to CD Lamb. Trying to feed it to CD Lamb.
Yeah, I've been on G-Bag Nation and stuff.
I seen it on, I say repeat it on FB.
On
on
FB.
Instagram.
Oh, okay.
They got your son's voice on. Somebody tweaked it a little bit and made a little cartoons about the Cowboy. He tried to be the you see it, your son should get paid for that.
He wouldn't mind it. All right, so if the Cowboys get our ass handed to us tomorrow, are we going to be upset?
No,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be surprised. I mean, I
don't think so.
I don't even see us winning more than 2 more games this year.
Who the games y'all gonna beat? Y'all gonna beat the Titans? Don't y'all play the Titans?
Play the
Probably the
Giants.
Giants and Panthers.
Oh yeah. If y'all lose to the Panthers, I think
at this point,
Carolina,
so to me at this point, I'm all about like my team's future. Like I'm looking at draft picks, and I know we don't have the horses to make a run to the Super Bowl. That's all I care about is winning the Super Bowl. And I know we're injured. We don't have the players. Like we need to get the best draft picks possible and re-up.
And I wish Cowboys fans. I'm not jumping because I appreciate all fans. I don't give nobody a hard time, but I wish these fans, some of these fans that I meet. Trey Lance is not going to be in no starting lineup ever for the Dallas Cowboys. If the 49ers didn't want him, it's the reason. When he threw those 5 picks in that preseason game, that's all you need to know. They said, let him stay him in there. Let him keep throwing. He'll get better. And he threw 5 picks.
I need to hear from my girl, Ginger Rogers.
I hope everything stays just as it is. I love Jerry Jones as their owner.
Shut up, Leo.
I love it all.
Shut up, Leo. I want to hear from Ginger. Okay.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
As a Washington fan, with the Eagles, I think the Eagles' main problem is several things. Just indecision of your quarterback. He makes horrible decisions at times, and he underthrows the ball at times. And when people be wide open, he doesn't get the money. Y'all struggle. To beat the
wait a minute, Momo.
Okay.
Momo.
All right.
Talk about 2024. That's not
Hold
the case.
on.
That's not the case this year.
Wait, why? People,
let Ginger speak.
Please let Ginger talk. I got a Commander fan newbie up in here, and Leo, go smoke some weed, man.
I am.
Okay, well then shut the fuck up and smoke your weed, then, and let me hear from Ginger.
Hey, you know what, Ginger? You want DK taking this stuff? That's what you really want, DK, because I know DK not playing tomorrow.
Okay,
right?
I don't want to hear nothing, Leo, from you till you come out with my Cowboy Blue. Okay, because we all need some weed.
That's not the name.
Okay, I don't care what you call it. Right now, we don't want to hear nothing but Cowboys. We got something to make you feel better. Until then, shut the hell up and let me hear Ginger. Please respect the ladies. Look, you're still talking. Ginger?
Sir.
She don't want to talk.
How you doing, Ginger?
I'm doing. I don't know. I'm not as jovial as I was last month.
Neither are Cowboy fans.
I feel your guys' pain, even though we're 4-4. We're very hot and cold, and I don't know. You guys know what your problem is.
Jerry
I don't
Jones.
know what our problem is because it's everything, and I don't know if Mike McDonald is in over his head. And I don't know if he's just better as a DC. Yeah, I'm in a state of I don't know. Our division is up for grabs all the way around. So I don't know how I'm doing.
So,
and you're still doing better than us.
So what's your thing? Who's your team? I didn't.
Seattle Seahawks.
Seattle Seahawks.
I think they'll win the division, personally.
Oh, let me it could be anybody, really, because we play the Rams tomorrow, and they just beat the Vikings. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know.
Minnesota ain't all of that. Y'all, Ginger, you got that, baby. You got that.
That's like I said, I'm borrowing the hope because our hope. You see us get belt to ass last week. Josh Allen came and just demolished us. So I don't know. I don't know. I think we do better at home lately.
Yeah, but, you got that Miss Purple Raindrop with the Washington Huskies shirt on. You got that.
But who's your backup quarterback? Because I still don't see Geno Smith as a starter quarterback in this league.
No, we have Sam Howell.
Oh, ex-Washington quarterback.
Damn. Damn.
Oh, damn. 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 I don't know nothing. I ain't gonna touch that.
I'm out. I ain't saying nothing.
No,
I'm not gonna touch
you ain't got to say it. You ain't got to say a thing. You ain't got to say a thing. You ain't. I'm just. There's nothing I can do. Ain't nothing I can do. Like I said, Leo, send me a strain. It'll go just fine in Seattle. It won't be no problem.
I don't understand, Ginger. I don't
got
understand
you, Ginger.
These leagues, these franchises. Hey, draft a quarterback just in case your other quarterback don't work out.
Well, we might be. I don't know, because I don't know Gino's contract. I think this might be his.
I think it's
the last year on it, but
it's his third year.
Yeah.
It's
I don't know.
Sugar Daddy, I don't know about that one.
There aren't many quarterbacks out there, people. And take a look at how the roadway is littered with some of these guys right now.
I think the league is full of average and below average quarterback that the NFL made great. I'm telling you, a lot of these quarterbacks are weak and soft.
Ooh.
But I'm just saying, some of these quarterbacks, like Patrick Mahomes, he a lot of times you gotta make a quarterback feel
what the
like
fuck?
he rushed.
Your background is Leo? The fuck?
I screenshotted that for you, Leo.
Oh shit.
My man. I'll take it. Well, I'll take it, bro. I'll take it. I'm flattered. Thank you, man.
But I am going to the Cowboys game in Washington, play Cowboys. So me and my best friend, we going down there.
We usually tailgate that one in Red Zone lot. I don't know, because I've never been in years, so I don't know where's that at. So I'll find out when I get down there. Do you know where the parking structure is?
Like I said, it's been a long time.
Well, there's the parking structure that actually has the top on it. The Red Zone lot is right over there. It's off of Sheriff Road. You actually take that entrance way. You actually come in the back way into Red Zone parking lot, but of course you got to have a parking pass for it.
Hey, Leo, look at the background.
I'm loving it, dog. I'm loving it. I love it. I'll take it. I love it. Don't worry, I love it. Keep it up for the rest of till the end of next week.
Hey, Mark,
that's messed up. I'm sorry.
Before we end this, I'd like to say this something to Mark. Mark, I came in here. I've been watching you for a while. I just now became a member. The reason I became a member because, for one thing, because you're honest and you're not going to sugarcoat anything.
I usually try and find the positive side of things.
I'm talking about your team. Some people don't. They make excuses. I see these other Cowboy broadcasters. They do things like that. And I ain't gonna name the names and promote them, but I think it's funny what they do. But you end of the day, you have to be positive, and also you got to be honest with yourself. And your team ain't playing well.
You're right about that.
They ain't playing well.
We ain't playing well.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
Mark,
you got my strand
live next week.
You got my strand, right? You got my strand?
Yes, I do. I really do.
Well,
as a matter of fact,
I will say going live for the game next week, or are you talking about the member chat?
I'm sorry, the member chat. Yeah, you're not doing that next week, right?
Yeah, well, I'll be doing it from Dallas.
The member chat?
Why not? Okay. We're headed. I'm headed to Dallas on Friday. I have my portable studio set up. I'll have Game Time with me. I'll have Primetime Phil. So we could do this thing like a round table, man.
Well, I haven't gotten the run of the program or whatever for next Saturday. But I'll be down in close to your neck of the woods. Actually,
I'm going to be in Dallas.
No, I'm talking about where you live. I'm going to be in DC next week. So my point is that I don't know if I'll be able to get on, but Drew wants to come on.
By next Saturday, he'll be down in Dallas.
Yeah, he will be in Dallas, Leo. You didn't catch it.
No. You
Mark-
see, he's trying to do a
Mark
bait and
will
switch.
be hanging out with me.
I don't know if
having a drink.
I don't know if I can do
I'm
that in
saying-
person,
Right,
Wade. I don't know if I can take
Okay.
24 hours straight of you. Just
Right, Mark.
No.
slap rock. Oh,
I'm
woe
saying-
is me. The Cowboys suck, and we are not going to win any games. And Jerry Jones is an asshole, and Stephen Jones doesn't know where his feet
You
from his
need me
toes.
to drive you to Jerry Jones' house? Is that what you need me to do? We need to go knock
I'm
on
not
Jerry
trying to
Jones'
get
house?
arrested in Texas. Okay.
Hell yeah, we could Cobra Kai his ass like he did on
Shit.
Terry
Hey,
Silver.
you live in Highland Park.
Shit.
Y'all don't go by
Mark,
Jerry
let's go
house.
visit Jerry Jones. I'll take you right over.
I don't want nobody getting arrested going to that man's
I'm
house.
serious.
I
Hey,
know
live
that. I
in
just
Highland
wanted.
The sign says, "Give me a refund."
I want Drew to take my slot next week. So is it okay if I?
I don't know. I have to think long and hard about that because I've seen the damage
know.
that Drew can do.
I know.
And Cowboys, because
that's dope. That'd be dope.
I
man.
saw the
Come
mailman.
on.
I saw the mailman ready to go postal.
Nah,
Well-
I was good. I was good.
You needed to hear me and Drew in some of our arguments. My God.
There you go. Because I know Walker gonna get. I know Walker ain't gonna hold back. Come on, Mark.
I can't say much now. He's got it. He's got it.
Shoot, I remember
Yo,
me and you.
what did you say? What did you say, Walker? All you need is like what 4 or 5 beers, and then all that go out the window.
Hey,
Oh yeah, about
right?
6 in. Yeah, that's
6 in.
that's
Yeah,
over
okay.
after that.
But I do believe that if the Cowboys don't only get 4 or 5 wins, I think they got a chance to give Travis Hunter. I think they got an opportunity to give him.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I have a hypothetical for you.
Hypothetical.
Oh, here we go.
I said this on, I don't know. I lose track of when I say shit, but I understand it's far fetched, especially now with Diggs possibly most likely not playing tomorrow. But if we win tomorrow, right?
It changes the whole season.
Eagles drop the ball against the Jags.
Yeah.
Then next for second place.
No,
as bad as we're playing, Mark. If we win in Atlanta and the Eagles lose tomorrow,
They're not losing to Jacksonville,
then
bro.
I'm just letting you know ifs and buts. You act like we're that far out of it. We're
You're
right
not.
there hanging on. All I'm saying is don't mess up. Because wouldn't that be the funny thing? We leave
you know what?
AT&T with the tiebreaker over the Birds if they drop the ball this week, and we can actually go win a game. I don't believe that's going to happen, but
But you know what though? Game time. That would be
that's fun to me, though.
Okay.
That's a very real. That's a very real scenario.
But that's
and
fun.
it's also one of the. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's all
I mean,
I'm
listen.
saying.
By no stretch of the imagination, I'll keep it all the way a butt with you, especially you, Mark. You know what I'm saying? By no stretch of the imagination is the season totally over.
It's not.
You know what I'm saying? Now come tomorrow.
We do look
and
like
next
ass,
week,
Byron.
if you drop both those games, which is a very real possibility,
that also is on the table.
Then you know what I'm saying?
But yeah,
the idea of taking.
Well, that's the obvious. Everybody's expecting that, right? We're all expecting that. All I'm saying is people are like, Dallas is out. If we win tomorrow, which is a big if, and the Eagles lose against Doug Peterson, which I don't think is going to happen, but it can happen, then we're playing for the tiebreaker for second place.
Here's where I'll say.
Okay, Tyler, let me tell you. Let me tell you.
Mo's team.
No. Here's what
Mo's
bothers
kicking our
me.
ass.
And here's what bothers me, and here's what, and to be quite honest with you, is something that I think about quite often. What I do not want is I do not want y'all to be so bad,
right,
that for any reason we go into that second game at the end of the season needing that win. Y'all would fuck it up for us. That's my problem.
My thing
that
is,
that would be
Leo,
like I don't want to play Dallas needing to win that game in order to get into the playoffs.
Are you telling me you're scared of us?
Mark? And
yes,
I'll tell you
in those circumstances, yes.
Here's
yes.
my
And
deal.
if it was and
Mark,
Giants next
wouldn't
week.
they be scared? You can say whatever you want about Dak Prescott in the playoffs. I'm sorry, his record against the NFC East is unbelievable. So you don't you not you personally, Leo, but the Eagles fans should hope that we just keep going south Not getting out of our own way, because Dak has already proven that he can win it in his division. That's all I'm saying. But let me just rewind. This goes back to 1980 when I was 9 years old, Leo. My father, God rest his soul, him and my mother, we sat in the 500 level at the vet. We went every year to the Dallas Eagles game in Philly. My father was born and raised down there. So, and we sat through the Wilbur Montgomery play, and the Eagles went to the Super Bowl against the Raiders. I was at the stadium. Those are the days that people love. Am I not?
Yes.
Do we not love that? We were on the bad end of that, okay? We were on the wrong end of that score, okay? But that doesn't
first
matter.
of all,
we look back at, I love the rivalry. I love going up against the Redskins when they were the Redskins.
You know what, though, Brian? Let's keep it a buck.
I miss that.
Let's keep it a buck, because you got to provide a little bit of context, especially for Mark and all these guys. What you guys have to understand is that when Game Time said we were on the 500 level, as a Cowboys fan, I'll be quite honest with you, that's a brave thing to do.
But I sat there and watched the Dallas fan get thrown and rubbed through the pea trough.
I was going to say, because back then,
I was all through
that's
that.
Where the whole thing about
they'll leave you alone, though, especially a little kid. The Eagle fans aren't bad, but all I'm saying is I miss games that matter against our divisional.
Yes,
that's all. That's all I'm saying. I miss the rivalries.
But remember that stretch when Romo was the quarterback? Remember that stretch with the Cowboys? It was like 3 years where Romo was the quarterback, and it was like the last game of the season, depending on against Washington. Romo threw that bad interception, and the Giants won that one season. Then Philly won that one. So it was 3 years. It had three or four divisional winners, and it came down to the last game or the next to the last game.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. I just don't like the thing that worries me is we've all talked about this since the beginning of the season. It's the season is going to be a war of attrition. It's going to be who can make it to the end of the season.
That's a good point.
The healthiest,
because Leo and all the other Eagle fans. Well, go ahead, make your point.
Yeah. The point, and who can make it to the end of the season? I do not want to get to the end of the season having the kind of scenario
Washington's not going anywhere.
I think they peaked too soon, maybe. Tape hasn't caught up on them yet. But the thing is that I just don't want to enter into the last two weeks of the season really needing those games in order to win, in order to get into the playoffs. Yeah. Because whenever that scenario pops up, the team who knows they're not going to the playoffs is going to fuck it up for the team. So Dallas would love nothing more than to ruin Philadelphia's season or chances of going to the playoffs. If we ain't going to the playoffs,
that's why I want us to win one of these games, Leo, because I want to keep listen, I know we're going to be behind the 8 ball probably all season, but I would like to get through this next stretch. I'm not even going to tell you what I want, because we just got to go and find a way to win a game where we probably shouldn't tomorrow. That's all. Let's go win in Atlanta. If we win, then things will happen. We should have done it last week when we were winning at halftime. We couldn't get out of our own way. But I just would hope that we had some meaningful games at the end of the year.
Yeah, it sucks.
And that makes you stronger, people.
Yeah,
winning easy games at the end don't do nothing for you. Winning, Mark, you remember when Emmett beat the Giants at the Meadowlands, the last game of the year, with a dislocated shoulder, and that propelled us into the playoffs? Mm-hmm. We needed that game to win. That's exciting. And if we're on the losing end, I'll take my cap off and say, "Congrats, Eagles," or "Congrats."
We've been on the bright side of that. Remember, 44-6. Yeah, and we didn't know we were going to get into that. Right. We didn't know we were going to be in that position until the game actually started.
I miss
because all those other scenarios. And I ain't going to front. That was a fun time, and I get exactly what you're saying. But what I see happening right now, this is how I arrived to the conclusions that I arrived to. What I see right now is that it looks to me The Philadelphia Eagles have a lot to work on. Still have a lot of meat on the bone. Still got things to work on. All that stuff. But I like the fact that it looks like they're warming up to.
Well, could you imagine if Dallas
right at the right time
wins a game with all these injuries and gets on a roll?
But see, the thing is that you being that this is such a long season, to have your team start to heat up on the latter half of the season, that's a pretty good thing to happen.
You got to hold water. You got to tread water, get through Thanksgiving, then make your run. So I agree with you with Washington. I do agree with you. I do agree that the Eagles are kind of doing it with me. They're playing well, but they're not hitting on all cylinders. If Dallas can win a game tomorrow and let's say they win 2 out of the next 4, just 2-2. If Dallas can go 2-2 in the next 4 weeks, they're looking real good, assuming they stay healthy and not lose any more people. But we got to get there yet. But all right, I got to go, everybody. I'll talk to you.
Brian, hey, are you going to be on NFC East for Super Friends again?
I don't know. He said he'd reach out to me, so I'm sure at some point. But
those seats that we looked at, the 338.
Just wait till after tomorrow's game now.
You still? Oh, okay. I was going to say those 338. Look, row 3, 219.
When are you flying in, Mark?
I don't know if I'm telling you, man. I don't know that I can take you for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Well, Mark, I figure you were
I won't give y'all a hard time.
Oh shit!
We need more than 3 seats.
It ain't gonna be that bad, Mark.
I don't know. It might be a Diddy party for all I.
All right,
we need more than 3 seats.
I'm gonna get out of here too. Hey, Leo, send the Seattle Strand.
Gotcha, girl.
Mark, we need more than 3 seats.
No, it's 4 seats.
I appreciate everybody.
I'm looking right now. 4 seats together.
Wade says he might want in if they're cheap enough.
I just want to say one thing before I go.
With the fees, it'll be about $450.
The Washington football team has not peaked. Why everybody keeps saying they have not peaked? They haven't even gotten their best yet. They haven't. The defense haven't even gotten their best. Y'all going to see
how they've gotten high and mighty.
Well, I don't know. I'd be happy with where you're at. With where your organization is coming from. You should be on top of the world now. I wouldn't expect much more for the rest of the season as far as being able to go.
I'm looking at 11. I'm looking at 11-win season.
Okay, well, I haven't analyzed your schedule, but a team like the Eagles, who have been there and done that in recent years, I'd worry about.
Eagles.
I would worry about them.
I wouldn't worry about the Eagles because the
You're
Eagles.
Not gonna worry about the Eagles.
Always got the Eagles numbers. But here's the problem.
Too. No, Bobo's right.
The Eagles, we not worried about the Eagles. The Eagles, we always have the Eagles numbers because the Eagles are struggling to win the games they have won.
Hey, Drew, I don't know how you can say that when they're playing a bunch of young guys, and the whole idea all along was by the end of the year to be playing better at the end than they were at the beginning. So I would agree, Drew, at the beginning of the year, we weren't good, but this is relatively the same team that won 33-13 last year when healthy against you. So we're not far away, but I don't know that you're probably right. We're probably never going to be able to see a healthy Cowboy team this year. If that's the case, keep losing. But all right, I'll text you later, Mark.
Okay.
Yeah, Mark. So I mean, I was going to say because I can give you a ride. I don't know if you get in for the airport at late or whatever. I live right by the airport. Just saying.
Not going to Love Field, going to the other one.
Yeah, I live right by DFW.
I get in 10:30, something like that.
At night?
No, in the morning.
Oh, shit, you get in early.
10:30, 11, something like that, yeah.
I just,
Mark,
I did say
Drew
this
super chat
about
Drew.
Mark, I did say this about injuries and how like that. If the NFL and the Players Union go back and have them to practice in full pass, and people get used to the hitting, you wouldn't have these injuries. That's why we having all these injuries.
Bro, I'm at training camp and I don't recognize this as football.
This
the
ain't
padded
football.
practice.
They're sitting there going doing walkthroughs. They don't hit each other, and then they wonder.
Can't have more than 3 practices in the 3 days in a row.
Into preseason, they don't even play preseason no more, and then they sitting up there.
Wait a minute, Momo. Hold on, Momo. Hey, Mark, can I read Drew's super chat, please?
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I would say I appreciate
When are you guys going to understand Dallas is not good even when healthy?
What's crazy about it is,
my add-on is we live in glass houses. Drew. We live in a glass house too.
And yet somehow the Cowboys at least split with the Eagles every year.
They sure do.
How's that?
I don't think that's going to be the case this year, though, Mark. For real.
You know what? Hold on, bro. You know, y'all mother humpers up because we might actually get our players back, and something might click. You could have said the same thing about the Green Bay Packers last year that got on a roll towards the end of the season. We were 3-5 a few years ago.
Green Bay
and won the division.
I don't think you have enough. I don't think you have enough. Even when
I think we will.
Point,
you know what? And don't discount Vegas either.
Vegas has what? What is?
No,
Vegas
I'm just saying. Right now, everybody's putting all their money on Atlanta. Wouldn't it be a shocker or a big money swing if the Cowboys won that tomorrow?
But at what cost? Because if y'all, let me say this: if y'all win that game tomorrow, it's going to come at a great cost.
I don't know about that.
In what way?
Yeah, something like it's not going to be clean.
In what way? Because you saying it like it's a threat or something.
I'm serious.
No,
Injuries.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's something's going to happen.
Injuries. Because remember, I've been saying this. I said in the comments with Marks when he go live on Sundays. Nobody wear knee pads no more. So
here's the thing.
A few minutes ago, Momo.
Wait a minute. Here's the thing. You guys have a lot of players.
These players not wearing pads no more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you guys have a lot of players who are new to this, right? And you got them lumped up in there with a bunch of players who's been doing this, and the likelihood of somebody missing an assignment or something and getting someone else hurt is quite high.
Okay, so losing lessons, bro. I don't know what you put in that blunt right there, bro. I don't know what you smoking in there. Any play out there you step on the field could be your last play ever.
Exactly.
So to say, if you don't win, you'll get out healthy. In fact, I tell you what, when you're worried about getting hurt is usually when you get hurt.
You get hurt. Exactly. You never worry about getting hurt. You go out there, you do your best, and stuff like that. Shit. I remember back in the day when I had no chop blocks. I hated the chop block. Somebody coming behind me.
Mm-hmm.
Delete is going in on me. Told me to shut.
Oh, he did. He did.
Others talk.
It's all right, Mark. Me, you, Phil, and Brian will figure out something to do next Friday.
But Leo?
Okay.
I swear to God, Mark, I won't bring up Dak one time.
Wait a minute. Are you about to play the clip, Troy? You about to play that dumbass clip?
Which one?
The Shut Fuck Mountain clip?
No.
I know you got something.
I don't play anything. I'd have to share. Okay. I'd have to do a screen share and a pain in the butt.
Now, if we are sitting in the same section, Mark, and we do lose the game because of Dak, I will have a meltdown, maybe. I will, maybe.
Okay.
Mark, keep your camera out. Gotta catch it. Keep it out, Mark. Keep the camera out.
I thought
anyway.
Last time I was trying to get in fist fights with Eagles fans and 49ers fans at the stadium. Mark was sitting next to me.
Oh, no.
I've got the Cowboys winning tomorrow, and this is why. Atlanta has no pass rush.
And they're not
going to have
Will Anderson got hurt too. Yeah.
And here's the thing. They actually give up yards on the ground.
They do. And if Rico Dowdle can find those holes, watch out.
But he's not a guy that's going to give you 100 yards a game.
We don't need 100 yards. We don't need a 100-yard rusher.
No, we don't. We don't need a running back to run for 1K. We don't. 100 yards. We don't need that. We just need
would help.
We just need to stay balanced and handle our business. That's it.
Chris.
Well, Dak Prescott needs to stop doing double coverage stuff because he loves to force balls in double coverage.
But here's
hold on. Wait.
I can't hold on.
No, I'm not going to. Bro, hold on. Take a look at some of the film there, bro, and find me somebody that's open. Because here's the options that Dak has right now. We are the worst team at run the football. We are the worst team with separation. Every freaking pass he throws is a tight window. And if you're not going to try and risk the biscuit, you're going to throw it away every time. Every time. So you're literally put between a rock and a hard place. Oh, he's throwing a double cover. You act like somebody's actually open on the other side. Ain't nobody open on this team, bro. Exactly. You can listen, you can take Jalen Tolbert, you can take Jalen Brooks, you can take Ryan Fauntleroy, and together combined, they don't have 1,000 yards of experience in the NFL.
We just don't got
So don't come in here, oh, he's forcing the ball. Like he got Jerry Rice wide open on the other side and he didn't see him. Come on, man. Your play action doesn't work because nobody respects your run. Your offensive line is literally, you've got Terrence Steele going, ole. Here you go. Ole. Hey, he's right. He's going to be right there. He's going to be right there. So Dak is having to run around the pocket trying to buy some time and hope that he can get a chance to throw the damn ball.
Terrence still letting people walk by.
Come on, man.
Here's the thing. The quarterback was always going to get.
Yes, he is always going to get the. But don't be that guy, man. Don't take a look. Take a look. If we had a competent running game, and Dak had all day to look and he was throwing in the ground, I would give you that. I would give you that. But really watch that game and look at how much pressure that guy's under. We have given up, the Dallas Cowboys have given up more pressures than any other team in the NFL.
But Mark, you know this at watching sports and watching football, that the quarterback's going to get the blame.
Yes, rightly or wrongly, he's going to get the blame. But here's the problem. Here's the problem. He could go through and say, you know what, nobody's open, let me throw it away.
Well, that's what he should do.
And just about every play would be, I'm throwing it away. Right. And then it would say, well, he can't hit nobody. So your choice is, we don't move the offense at all, or I'm going to have to try and risk it to CeeDee Lamb, who's double covered. Because I got Ryan Fauntleroy, who Jared Jones is, I can't wait to see Ryan Fauntleroy get his first catch. Huh?
Rico can't catch the ball?
You see how we are with screen passes?
I'm just saying.
Hey, this is Mike McCarthy, too. He's been calling terrible shit. I'm sorry. Mike McCarthy
is antiquated shit.
And not to mention, too, when was the last time you saw Dak take off with the football?
I said that, too, earlier.
I think Dak, that leg, I think
it's
not
worse
as
than
athletic as he used to be. I mean, he's getting older, too. I don't think he wants to do it.
Remember, he was in a walking boot over the summer.
The boot on when he went on the boat?
Yeah.
Because I remember we talked about that, and I remember thinking at that time, oh, I thought he was wearing it for precautionary purposes because when you're someone who went through that kind of an injury, being on a boat is pretty unsteady as it is. So I thought
injury that could end your career.
Right. So I thought it was a good thing. I didn't put two and two together until Momo said something earlier about, like the fact that he actually hasn't run.
I don't mind him scrambling, don't run far, maybe run 4 yards, get the first, bam, slide, and that's it. I'm not saying run 20 yards down the field. No,
I'm
don't
talking
do
about
that.
Run 6 yards and put yourself in a better position on second and third down.
Dak doesn't have the athletic. He's not. I don't think he's quick enough to run to the outside. He's got to run up the middle when there's a.
He's in the best shape in his life to me I ever seen.
He's in really good shape. That leg is. You could tell he's just something's up.
I wouldn't give him $60 million a year then if he's still hurt.
Well, here's the thing. Dak Prescott get everybody
paid. The one thing I'll
paid.
say about Dak, he stays healthy. He gets hit. He stays healthy, though. I mean, he doesn't get hurt. He's not a quarterback that really gets hurt much. I mean,
but here's the $1 million question. If you get rid of Dak, what do you get?
There you go.
Because I'll be honest with you, it's slim pickings out there right now.
Oh, hold on.
We traded a 4th-round pick for Trey Lance.
The world keep forgetting when Dak had that injury, the second string quarterback kept y'all afloat. He was winning games.
Our defense kept us afloat then.
Our defense is pretty solid.
Our defense kept us
solid, but
He didn't have to risk the biscuit. You were running the football well, and the defense was keeping teams under 20
Cooper
points.
Rush kept y'all in game. Cooper Rush was throwing timely passes.
Oh my God! Yeah, and so how do you do against the Eagles? when we needed to start scoring, 3 interceptions.
But that was his only loss, though. That was his only loss.
Oh my God! Here we go.
I'm just saying. I'm giving the man credit for what he did, Mark.
I'm giving him credit too, because without what he played during those games, but my defense stepped up. If my defense would do right now what they did for Cooper Rush, we'd be okay, even with as bad a running game as we have.
That's not a bad idea, Bobby. But
you know what I'm saying?
You see that, Mark?
Even if we
you see that, Mark?
Rush, we'd be bad.
Jerry has said he doesn't want Dak running. Yeah, Jerry has said that too.
No, I'm talking about. I'm talking about Bobby Babinski. He said trade for Bryce Young.
Going to do, and you're gonna mark my words. He's going to get a quarterback this offseason to challenge Dak. I'm telling you, he's going to get a second.
That's what Trey Lance was, and it failed.
Yeah, we see how that did.
At the 49ers didn't want him. Why do you think anybody else will want him?
Because that's what Jerry Jones.
That's why they picked him up. It was a shot in the dark. That's what it was. A shot in the dark.
Here's the stupidity of Dallas when we say we couldn't afford Derrick Henry. If you had not paid Trey Lance $5.3 million and $3 million for Zeke, you would have had the money for Henry. Or you would have had the draft pick and you could have gotten one of the better draft running backs in football right now.
That's true.
Could have got a running back and
another
player.
So
yeah, Jerry says no one's better at this.
They're not going to admit they're wrong, Mark. It failed.
Of course they're not.
It failed on them.
Of course not.
Dak won that whole thing.
What are we going to trade to get Bryce Young, though, Bobby?
They're not going to admit they're wrong because they're not going to admit they're wrong because their ego and their pride won't let them.
Oh yeah.
Oh, just in, Mark. Just in.
Send Micah to Carolina.
Breaking news.
And you get Bryce on his rookie contract, and you can develop him for at least 3 more years.
Mark, you see that?
See what?
The breaking news. Adam Scheffler is saying that I don't know, but it's not really breaking news, but it said players want to be traded to the Washington Commanders before the trade deadline. They are reaching out. They want to be traded.
Momo, I appreciate you becoming a channel member and coming on here, but kiss my high yellow ass.
I'm sorry.
I appreciate you too, Bob.
I tell you what that's like, man. Okay, I tell you what that's like is that there's a YouTuber out there, Dodash, who used to do DoorDash, and she popped a couple of videos about how finally got monetized and how much she's making money, and so now she's blown up and everything else, and every video is how much money she's making, and now creating how it is. Actually, $19.99. She'll send you, her whole school and class and stuff of how to make it on YouTube and things. And she's feeding on YouTubers that aren't doing really well. And that's where I'm like, you are like DoorDash right now, and I'm one of those YouTube. I'm like, look, dude, so great. You got people that want to go your way. We had people that wanted to go our way, but we have freaking idiots that don't pick up the damn phone and have a freaking conversation about it. Derrick Henry said, hey, let me buy another house in Dallas here. Hey, Dallas, what's up, man? Hey, I'd like to play for you. And the Cowboys.
Momo, you can't be triggering him like that, Momo. You can't be. You got to understand something, Momo. When you are outsider, listen. Let me explain something to you, right? You are in a Dallas Cowboys safe space. Okay,
it ain't safe no more.
Certain ways,
there are
customs and courtesies that you gotta adhere to when you in this safe space for them. This is their safe space.
Of course.
So a lot of times you're gonna have to control that thing. Believe me, I do it all the time. That you got to control that. You know what I'm saying? And you got to remember that, especially when things are as they are right now for this entire fan base. Sometimes you just got to be quiet and let them have their moment.
I'm saying, I'm just reporting what the report said. I didn't say
but you got to be. Here's the thing. You have to vet that stuff first before you actually say it. Because you will set him off.
Leo, I did say hey, this is not breaking news. Just like that. I did say that, didn't I?
I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear good news about your team when I'm sitting here drowning in my own sorrow.
Right.
Okay.
I'm trying to
Mo.
I told you the Cowboys gonna win 9 games. I told you.
Mo.
This. I'm on your side.
Mo, it's like you're sitting there with a tomahawk steak. Medium rare right there, okay? Medium rare right there and stuff, okay? And I'm sitting here eating a damn quarter pounder with E. coli and shit on there, and you're saying, damn,
Mark, you're eating a potted
you know,
meat sandwich,
they're
Mark.
going to bring me, then you're saying, they're going to bring me a nice piece of hot pie with the ice cream melting on top of it. And it's like, dude, shut the fuck up. I'm eating this fucking nasty ass quarter pounder. You got the damn fucking tomahawk. Shut up, man. Shut up.
Mark, I'm from the DMV area, so I understand your point. And I understand about Cowboy fan base. I am not here to shit on no Cowboy fan.
Oh, man. He shit on me.
Yes, he is.
He shit on me, man.
No, because I'm still.
Are you listening?
Fan.
Bunch of cocks.
He shit on me.
They shit on you. They shit on you.
Don't you get?
We won 6 games. What that do? We're not even I'm concerned about the Giants this weekend. The Giants could beat us.
Does this defense have any heart?
No, they suck. I've been telling you all season, Philly.
Shit on you. They've shit on you. Don't you hear me, Jordan?
He's literally shit on me.
They shit on you. They've shit on you. They have shit on you.
You got that. I hate that you have that.
Philly 500, boy, he is funny. He is funny. He is hilarious.
Oh, shit.
He is so funny.
All right, we've been on here for about 2 hours getting shit on.
I'm sorry, Mark. Again, I didn't mean to do that. That's not my intention.
Mark, that's the thing, though, Mark. What can we do? I mean, look, this ain't all Dak. Like the team is just not. He don't got weapons. He ain't got nothing around him.
It's like every day. You know what's crazy is
offensive line.
It seems like every day there's new drama that happens.
Yeah, and dude, being here in Dallas, it's even worse, dude. Everywhere I go, that's all everyone talks about.
It's almost like all this shit can't be real.
No, seriously, is that bad on the TV in Dallas? They all talking about
Oh, bro, everywhere you go, gas stations, warehouses, everywhere you go, people are arguing about the Cowboys, tired of Jerry. Oh, dude, it's amplified big time over here.
Well,
most of the fan base over here is tired of the shit. That's why we're so doom and gloom. Right. Trust me, you come to Dallas, everyone here is doom and gloom. Trust me.
How do you get rid of an owner? How do they get rid of an owner?
You can't.
You got to die. You got to die and sell the team.
Like I said, Jerry and Steven got to fly that plane into the Bermuda Triangle and never return for about another 60 years, maybe. Fly through some portal or something.
No, I thought you get rid of an owner. He do something detriment to the league, or he do something that magnitude.
Jerry ain't doing all that. I mean,
no, I understand that, but I'm just saying
the worst you're gonna get is an illegitimate baby and him talking about dick sizes. That's about as bad as it's gonna get.
Dude, I work for the trucking company I work for here. All the drivers, most of them Cowboys fans. Dude, everyone is talking the same way. Doom, gloom, doom, gloom. We're tired of this shit, dude. Trust me, it's bad over here.
Y'all still can make the playoffs. I don't know why y'all keep out like that.
No, it's the bigger picture of making a run to a Super Bowl. It's not about playoffs. It's about getting to a championship.
Yeah.
It's about getting to the.
I don't care. Dude, 8 wins ain't good enough for me. 8 wins ain't good enough.
You have high
expectations. Walker, after this year, it will officially be 30 years, right?
Like, I'll feel good about my team when we're 13-4 home field advantage, and I'm like, oh boy, we got a team.
Yeah,
we got home field advantage.
We had home field advantage throughout the playoffs last year.
We were 2nd seed, and I didn't have home field.
Who's the 1st seed? San Fran?
San Francisco.
San Fran, yeah.
Mark knows what I'm talking about.
I hear you.
Mark knows what he's talking about. He's seen those Super Bowl teams. He knew what it was. He knew all them.
I hated
man, we're going. Mark knows.
I hated them then because y'all had the best team ever.
Yeah, we were loaded.
Mark knows what Super Bowl teams look like. That's the thing. Is Mark knows he's got experience. He's seen 4 straight conference titles. He's seen that shit.
He's seen all 5 Super Bowls.
No,
right?
I'm confused about one thing. When Barry Switzer took over, did they fire Barry Switzer after that year? The Barry Switzer
like
quit.
4 years. I think he coached 4 years and then he left.
Yep.
Oh, he
won one with Jerry's team, right? I mean, not with Jerry's team,
Switzer,
with
I
Jimmy.
think. Switzer, I think, was the coach for like 4 years and then he stepped down.
He was.
He won one with Jimmy's team,
Troy
right?
Aikman hated him.
Barry was forced to resign because of the gun.
Hold on. He was here. I don't know that he coached the team.
Yeah, he was just a body on the sideline, basically. That's what it seemed like. It looked like Troy Aikman was the coach.
Because wasn't that Jerry's
talking.
best friend? Was that Jerry's best friend or something?
Yeah, Jerry and
Jerry and
they went to college.
They were all buddies.
Philadelphia.
In fact, when Jerry got fired, Jimmy, he went in the room and was like, "What the hell are you doing? Are you stupid? You know, I want the job and all that, but damn, what are you doing?"
Yeah, Barry Switzer walked in the office and literally told Jerry, "You really messed this thing up, didn't you?"
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute.
That was after being hired.
Walker wasn't. I feel like it was here. I feel like I was on this channel, or I was talking with somebody. It was telling us that Stephen B. laying his hands on his dad, right?
Yeah, there's the whole thing about the Deion Sanders thing of giving in that contract. Stephen Jones slammed up against the wall in the tunnel there at the Texas Stadium.
So therefore, you know what I'm saying? When you think about the dysfunction within the decision making, because this is all about accounting at this point. Because one of the things I remember a lot, especially about this past offseason, was Mark playing the salary cap game. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, X amount of dollars for X amount, and if we do this, and if we make this move, blah 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 blah. In your opinion, you know what I'm saying? Where at the end of the day, where do you really think, you know, this bad accounting, this bad decision making, and everything? Where do you think it really lays with? Is it all Jerry, or do you think?
So it's the entire
the whole
organization, from Jerry to the scouts to Stephen to Will McClay. So they had good teams, 12-5. They went.
Who's Will McClay?
Will McClay,
he's the
head president of scouting.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's the thing, is they didn't do what the Buccaneers and the Rams did. Mark was screaming those 3 years, and I was saying, go get other players, add to this good roster, win a championship. They refused to do that shit.
Yep.
So this, I can't say this is Dak. This is like an organizational failure. That's why I can't lay any of this at his shoulders. Like, this is an organizational failure.
Right.
That's why you got to strike when the iron's hot, because you may never get there again, or you may struggle getting there.
Do you think that do you think it's a possibility that after this year, maybe Jerry let go of the reins as GM and allow someone else to do it?
Jerry gonna do this till he drops dead. He gonna do this till he drops dead.
Jerry ain't doing that. Like Walker said, Jerry would do this on his deathbed. You hear me?
Yeah.
He'd probably tell the doctor,
dude,
son, can you make that acquisition for me before I take my last breath?
It's a circus. It's a circus here in Dallas. Like, Jerry's like in downtown Dallas cheating on his wife, got all them photos and all that. Dude, this is a circus here in Dallas, dude. It is so bad. Like, the Dallas Cowboys, it's bad around here.
Donald Trump just finished up a disastrous interview at.
Fan base is tired.
They really are.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm not even saying. I give Mark a hard time about Dak, but I know who the problem is. It's Jerry. It's freaking Jerry, Stephen, Will McClay, and that whole organization.
Yeah, none of them can get out of the way, so that they can do what they need.
Like, that's why, I want us to win a Super Bowl, but at the same time, Jerry and Stephen are like, oh, they're kind of backing down. They're like, oh man, we're actually worse than I thought we were going to be. I'm like, okay, so if we lose more games, maybe they'll be like, oh shit, we need to reevaluate how we're doing this shit.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, though, Walker, is the problem is that your fucking team value went up $500 million.
Because and they're over here. That's all Stephen Jones,
all
like
they care
Mark
about.
said. 12-5, 3 years. 12-5, 3. That's all Stephen Jones keeps
But
saying.
our renewals for tickets have been higher than we've ever had before.
Oh yeah, our renewals. Yeah, we sold out. We
I'd like to say it's a team sport. Everybody's got to contribute. It can't be just one player.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, the organization also has to bring the players.
So it's the circus, really. So that's what it is. It's the circus. And if you just so happen to win a Super Bowl, great. If not, so we're still
Jerry's legacy's already sealed. He's in the Hall of Fame. He's got 3 Super Bowls. Like he doesn't need to prove anything else.
But
unless it's like a vendetta where he wants to win, like I gotta win without Jimmy somehow, some way. But he ain't doing a good job at doing it.
No.
Right.
And what's so sad about it is he can hire the people to help get the job done, but like I say, he's not going to do it because his ego and pride won't let him. And not only that, Jerry has pissed off those busts that I saw in the Hall of Fame a couple of months ago. He has pissed off them football gods up there. He's pissed them off real bad. And they have told him on an off and on basis, we are going to help you out and do you a favor. But
and so here's the thing though, Jerry doesn't scout or draft players. He doesn't scout or draft.
Right.
He's not out there scouting, watching film. He has people paid that he trusts to watch film, to analyze players, to travel around,
and watch dick sizes,
to watch people, to watch people. Whenever that draft card comes in, Jerry trusts his people that he's hired. So the book stops with him. He hired these guys to be the talent evaluators, to build this team. So the book does stop with him. These guys are failing at their job because these last 2 drafts have been garbage.
So, Momo, does any of this sound eerily familiar? Because I swear, if I close my eyes and I say Commanders or Redskins, that's who y'all sound like. Y'all sound like them. You're muted, Momo. Momo, you're muted.
I think everything's Gary's fault. That's why everything's
Momo, you're muted. You're muted, Momo.
Dan Snyder and Jerry Jones, I know in the league, they was best of friends. They was really close.
Oh, wow.
Dan Snyder looked up to Jerry.
Yep. So,
really?
Yes. So what that tells you?
I didn't know
and that's my whole thing. They keep saying, "Oh, Al Davis." I'm like, man, I got a little bit more respect for Al Davis. At least he was a coach in the NFL. Like, I think he played. I mean, like he went through all the phases. Like, I got a little bit more respect for Al Davis than Jerry.
Yeah, because he did coach in the AFL. He coached the LA Chargers when they was in Los Angeles the first time back in the AFL back in the 60s, early 60s.
Okay.
Yeah, so Al Davis isn't Jerry like, oh, let me buy a football team and just, try to run it. No, it's like Al Davis lived and breathed the NFL.
Yeah. And I just didn't like how they did Al Davis because they punish they kind of punish. I just think how they punish Al Davis, I didn't like that. The tuck rule. They found a rule to screw you.
Yeah, that was pretty stupid.
They did found a rule to screw Al Davis.
I ain't gonna lie, they did do Al wrong on that. That was a fumble.
Yeah, it was a fumble. Yeah, bullshit tuck rule. That was stupid.
I never heard of the rule in my life.
And when I was in the Hall of Fame, they got the video and everything showing that it was a fumble.
Hey, Leo.
That's the thing is the NFL and the history playoff games are so skewed with plays and moments that, can decide a team's season and fate just like that.
I think sometimes in life, if you had to progress, and I don't think that Jerry is selling. I think that management is selling it. We got all these wins. We got all this money coming in. We got all this stuff happening at the stadium. We got the Tyson BS fight about to come on next month.
Complacent, Mark. They become too complacent, Mark. They've been relying on the draft so much. Oh, we've been so good with the draft. Look at our records. Now that they're doing bad, they're like, hold up, this ain't going right. Maybe this backfires on them for the better. I don't know.
But Walker, what's difficult for me, and again, I'm on the outside looking in, and what's difficult is that I have to break apart and piece together certain conversations that I remember having with you, with Mark, with Troy, with Loyal, everybody who says certain things, to try to make sense of, okay, it seems to me, and this is what I'm trying to figure out, where's this organization's value at? Like, what do they value the most? Because again, I hear everything that you're saying,
and winning their way.
Right. Okay. So therefore, damn a championship. It's all about.
Stephen Jones said that. He said that. He made it clear. Remember, Mark? We were talking about this years ago. You remember when they asked him that question during the offseason? Why didn't you do the same thing Tampa did? Why didn't you do the same thing that the Rams did and go out and get all those free agents
they literally
team to make a run?
Well, we don't believe that's we don't believe that's the way you build a team.
He telegraphed.
What did he say?
We don't believe that's the way you build a team. It's like
so
the Rams.
That's the case.
The Rams just won a Super Bowl. What are you talking about?
Hold up, Mark. But here's the thing. If that is the case, then why be excited if you have $100 million in cap space?
Hold on. When they didn't sign Derrick Henry, damn it. When they didn't sign Derrick Henry, you saw a prime example of what Stephen was saying. When Jerry said, he didn't fit in. He didn't fit in on what we're trying to do. We saw a prime example of what Stephen said.
So they lied about that. They knew that they shit the bed on that one because obviously the talent evaluators and the people in the front office told Jerry and Stephen, I guarantee, oh man, he's getting in his 30s. He ain't gonna keep this up. He's gonna fall off a cliff. And then when he started doing this, all they could come out is with bullshit. Why they didn't sign him? Because they dropped the ball on
him here, and Jerry didn't want to bring him here. He was wanting to come here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. Doesn't he live in
So
Dallas?
was Bobby Wagner. So was Hopkins.
They was literally begging. They was on their knees begging to come to Dallas. And the same thing is going to happen again next year. You mark my word.
Yeah.
And I was told.
Henry's signed for 2 years with Baltimore, so we won't get him next year.
Okay, here's the problem with the Baltimore Ravens situation with Derrick Henry. If you look at the numbers, he's not getting the ball like that. He's not getting ball 25 times a game. He averaged about 15 to 16 times that he get the ball.
And got 167 yards in one of those games.
Yeah. The game they lost last weekend, he only had the ball 11 times.
Right.
He only ran the ball 11 times. You cannot.
He had only 73 yards against Cleveland last week.
Yeah, because they didn't give him the ball. They want Lamar Jackson to run the ball and throw the ball. I'm telling you.
So let me say this, just to bring things sort of kind of full circle, and Drew texted me because he was on point with this. What I was thinking. We've just discussed the fact that value system wise, organizationally, their value system lies mainly in just making the money, keeping the circus going, regardless of. Okay, so then
outside free agents. So
wait a minute.
Their argument is we won 12-5 3 years in a row. So my hope is this.
Wait, Walker. So wouldn't it be fair to say that the fan base is as culpable? Because you're still buying the merch, you're still going to the games, you're still doing this stuff. It's almost like you're enabling them.
Jerry will make money regardless.
Yep.
He'll make money regardless. Well, Jerry, how are you going to get to Jerry? They're feeling it this year. They know the fan base is frustrated. They know for a fact. They hear everything around here in Dallas. this keeps going like this, bro, they ain't going to be able to go anywhere without getting any piece.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me. They're not going to be able to go anywhere without getting any piece. And if they don't do anything this next offseason, bro, they're definitely not going to be able to travel anywhere in Dallas without someone talking shit to them. Trust me.
You're right about that.
Oh, really? Okay.
It's getting to that point. It's getting to that point in this city right now.
So have the fans in the city get after the players, or they just not saying nothing too much to the players?
I mean, we're tired of the players. I mean, there's the fan base is still divided on Dak. We hate Jerry and Steven. You know, you either love Dak or hate Dak. I mean, it's so much crazy. The fan base is so divided. Like over here, it's ridiculous, dude. It's we're never gonna win.
Into a drama. It turned into like.
Oh, y'all think I'm negative? You need to hear some of the Cowboys fans. Oh, we're never gonna win as long as Jerry owns this team. My dad has been a Cowboys fan since the '60s, and he went to bed at halftime against the 49ers. He said the loser boys are gonna lose, and sure enough, they did.
But you're talking about in-market fans, correct?
Yeah. My dad, dude, I listen to my dad. He's been watching the Cowboys since the '60s, bro. And even he can't stand the situation of the franchise. He absolutely despises Jones and everything.
Well, so let's ask the out-of-market fans. Is the sentiment the same?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fire the GM.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you something. Every time when I go to a Cowboy game down in Arlington. We meet up with this guy. We call him Hound. We meet up with him to go to a game.
Mm-hmm.
I would ask him, I'd be like, yo, bro, you going in? He'd be like, hell no. You can't pay me to go in. I don't like Jerry. I don't like him. He pissed me off.
You know,
I had him with a passion. I can't go in.
Well, here's the problem.
He finally went to a Cowboy game when we went to the game when we played Cleveland up in Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
Why he went to that game is because it was an away game. That was the reason. But in Arlington, where he lived, you can't.
Well, here's the problem. For the fans, what happened in Washington? Fans stopped going to the game. If fans stop going to the game, stop buying the merchandise. He'll get the message.
He should have been so.
But hold on, bro. Here's the thing. Hold on.
Wasn't Dan Snyder Mark forced to sell the Redskins, or was it?
Yeah, because he had legal problems. But Momo, listen, bro. I've been to FedEx every year since like 2016 to those games. Right. That stadium ain't been full of Washington fans in a long, long time. But yet,
I agree with you.
But here's the thing. They had one of the worst stadiums in the NFL. The fans weren't going, but they were still the 5th most valuable franchise.
Yes.
Yes, but that's because of the real estate, Mark.
Okay,
that's the real estate.
I hear what you're saying, but you know what? Dan Snyder walked away with a big pile of money when he left. Okay,
yeah, but look at the real estate, though, dog.
So saying that, know, if the fans stop going, bro, there's so much money out there in the NFL. Do you realize that the money that comes in as a royalty for gambling is the same money? I got a problem
with that.
With the same amount of money, if you take every game, all the gate receipts that come in the NFL, that's less money than what comes in for gambling. And they ain't got to do anything except say.
And you got the NFL revenue sharing. And
I hate that. I have a problem.
Oh, I do too.
Things with the gambling.
So let me finish it all off with this right here, because it was a very big help to go through this exercise and sort of try to make sense of it all for me.
There's no sense in the Cowboys.
I end it all with, I really, really, really love me some Jerry Jones. I hope nothing.
If you're an Eagles fan, of course you love Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
With that being said, look, I can't take it anymore.
Yeah.
Look, I've put up with this stuff for 2 hours and 16 minutes. It's time to say goodbye. Goodbye, Leo. Goodbye, Momo.
He's triggered. Oh.
Goodbye, man. I feel like I'm on the Dan Leo show again.
No, wait. I did not do you that way, Mark. They did, and they got on you too, bruh. They got on you.
You know what? I'm done. All right, good people. All right, good people. I appreciate y'all.
As long as no one in the NFC East wins a Super Bowl, it's okay, Mark.
Oh yeah, we are.
All right, we because I miss my friend.
What? Why did we get a wide receiver? Why did we get a wide receiver? There you go. Are you? Why did we get a wide receiver? No doubt, baby. Oh, they got some. Oh, damn, he a dog. Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm hoping tomorrow we get a running game going finally.
But see, that's a good pick, though.
Don't forget about BetUS and using the promo code YouTube150 so you can get 150% matching of your first 3 deposits. Leo should have done that because he could have been betting with house money. I'm Mark Holmes, and so you're telling